My name is Peter Haydon. I'm the owner and brewer at the Head and Hat Brewery, which I've been running here at the Florence since January 2011. Okay, these are my conditioning tanks. They are the saving grace for me. I'm a firm believer in maturation. Maturation equals quality. It's true for wine, it's true for cheese, it's true for steak, so it's true for beer. My background in the brewing industry was originally historic. I started off in this industry by writing a book about the history of pubs, which was always my passion, and it was a book that I wanted to read but couldn't find. So many years ago I decided to write it, and that's what really got me into the brewing industry. So my interest has always been in the history of beer and brewing. We're living in exciting times. There's lots of people doing wonderful things with beer at the moment, and everyone's very focused on big fat American IPAs and all that sort of thing, which is great. There's a lot of people playing that tune. I'm much more interested in going back into the archives, finding old historic recipes, beer styles that people don't drink anymore, and trying to recreate them. All brewers will be taking gravities of their beers all the time to work out how close to end of fermentation they are and how they're doing. And I can tell that this beer is now ready to transfer. The difficult bit is actually trying to turn bushels and quarters and into kilos and kilograms. That again adds to the challenge of the project. Cheers, there you go.
Cheers.
My London brewing heroes probably are Barclay Perkins. They were the biggest brewery in the world for most of the 19th century. They were technologically very advanced. They were, in their very early days, they were run by a woman who really saved the company from when her husband failed. Everything west of Borough Market, right down to Shakespeare's Globe, that was all Barclay Perkins. And yeah, they were an amazing company. 2 fermenters, one of which I'm just in the process of cleaning, and one in the process I'm just in the process of transferring the beer on. So the next job will be skimming the yeast prior to transferring that into one of my conditioning tanks. Can I see a mild taking off in London? Well, it's a tough call, but what goes around comes around. Everyone's into IPAs at the moment, but 70 years ago, mild was the London drink. It's what the big breweries in London were turning out. The bulk of their output was mild, and that was very much what Londoners were drinking. Pale ales and IPAs were what you had on a Saturday night as a bit of a treat, rather than what you drink during the course of the week. I'm probably one of few breweries who's actually producing a London mild on a regular basis, but it would be nice to see Londoners re-embrace that style. I don't actually use the word mild when I'm trying to sell the beer, because it quite often it can be a bit of a turn-off. People just, you know, they just don't understand it and they walk away. But if you tell them it's an XX ale from 1923, then they're happy to try it.